yeah, I kind of just steal things from Tony that I like, so I'm just morphing into her.
Cheryl, this is my answer every time somebody asks me this question. It's kind of get a little dark in there for a second. The only thing, personality-wise, I feel like I have in common with Cheryl is, I mean, she's really headstrong, like she's smart, and she stands up for what she believes in, and I love that about her. And that I think a lot of people have gone through a period of time in their life where they kind of felt like they didn't belong anywhere, and that they were lost, and they were lonely, and looking for what their meaning and purpose was in life, and I could definitely relate to that when I was younger, and I think that's where Cheryl is right now.
You guys want to know anything else? Yes, I'll take it.
Okay. So the clothes on set are specifically tailored for you.
Keep it afterwards.
No, I wish. There's sometimes they do like set sales after, or maybe sometimes you can be sneaky and ask to take something. But for the most part, unless the show is completely done and they know it's not coming back, they won't give you the clothes in case your character can use it the next season.
Do they sell it to you for discounted rates?
They do.
Like,
I actually don't know, because the last time they did that this was like on Finding Carter, I think the last time I did a set sale. But I think it's like literally a shirt for $3, like $4, like yeah, stuff like that. Really good discounts.
They don't do that on Riverdale. They keep
It's
it all
still
along.
on.
Keep it on the wall.
I'm sure there's going to be, imagine the good clothes you're going to get once the show's done.
Even, I don't think WB does that, by the way.
Yeah, they do.
They keep it all in the vault. They have like a giant costume warehouse. Even the outfit that like the shoes that I lost when I almost drowned in season 1 are still in the vault. Not that I really like wanted them, but like you can't even wear them again, and they just sit in a room collecting dust. Isn't that interesting?
Is there anything you don't like playing about like Cheryl or Tony?
For me, I don't like how this past season I was kind of like, I got lost in Cheryl. I find I was kind of like a sidekick where I feel like Tony's personality wasn't as strong. So that's the only thing I would say I didn't like. But I feel like towards the end of the season she was going back to her true self. But that's the only thing I would really say is that she kind of wasn't as strong as she was at the beginning.
I feel like that's the thing with TV shows is like the minute you get into a relationship on the show, your entire storyline just kind of circles around that relationship. So I have the same answer back. It's like, when we started dating in season 2, we still had our own storylines going on. In season 3, because we started the show off dating, it kind of became this thing where it was like every storyline was Cheryl and Tony, which I love working with my best friend. Like, it's the best thing in the world. All of them are my best friends. But it's still nice, like I miss these moments where Cheryl would just like pop up out of nowhere and cause chaos. Like, did you see that at all this season? I don't feel like you did. I miss that like funny, like crazy part of Cheryl. You get the crazy relationship Cheryl, but you don't get like the crazy Cheryl, which I think people like learned to love.
When you play roles, do you ever like? Do you learn from like the experiences that your characters go through, or do you take some knowledge from that and like apply it to your own life, or learning through other people's experiences kind of thing? Like, do you take a part of that when you act?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, do any of you guys, do you have a sibling?
Right.
My sibling. So my brother, like, went through all of these things. He's my older brother, and I watched him go through all these things, so I feel like I took those lessons that he learned and applied them to my own life. And I do the same thing with my characters. It's like, I see what they go through, and I take their experiences, and I try to find a way to morph that into my own. It's part of the job. You gotta make it part of your life.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And a funny example that came to my mind was my girlfriend Andrea, who is on Supergirl. She's been married so many times on TV. She's had about 10 weddings on TV, so like wedding dresses, all that. So when her wedding was last year, she was like, I don't care, I want it small. I feel like I've done this 10 times already. She's like, I've already lived it. I've done a fall wedding, I've done a winter wedding, I've done this. So like you kind of, in a way, kind of feel like part of you has experienced it, even though it's fake. So yeah.
What editing app do you use for your YouTube channel? I use Final Cut Pro X on my what do they call them? Laptop? My little MacBook? MacBook, that's what they call them. Yeah, I use Final Cut Pro. It's, I mean, iMovie is what's built into the MacBook, and it's very much more user-friendly, and it's a really great bridge to learn Final Cut Pro because they've got the same commands.
How did you guys react when you found out you weren't going to be serpents anymore?
I was really bummed, to be honest. Did you hear her question? She asked how we were going to react if when we found out we weren't going to be serpents anymore. I, first of all, didn't necessarily think Cheryl made sense joining the serpents. I feel like a lot of people felt that way. Like the red leather jacket, dope, obviously. But, you know, should she be in a gang? Probably not. And like, what is she doing there? But once I got used to her being in the serpents, I loved it. And it was like a sense of community, and I feel like it was fun to have scenes with Jughead because Cheryl and Jughead never interacted. And like it gave us like a sense of purpose and us something to do. And then when we lost the serpents, I was kind of like, oh, it sucks. And then Pretty Poisons is cool. Like it's, I mean, the gang is cool, but like I like their leather jacket. We're honest, I miss their leather jacket.
And I mean, I think that it's all going to come together anyways, the serpents and the poisons, so.
So no, sorry, I just had a meeting with the showrunner for season 4 to like find out what's happening, and he was reminding me something I have to tell you after the panel, obviously.